And welcome back to the show. You know, sometimes the simplest things can carry the richest stories. And for Brian and Melissa Bivona, olive oil is more than an ingredient, it is a connection to the family's roots in Sicily and a tradition that has grown over the generations. Through Belice Valley Importing, they are bringing this story to our tables here in Central Texas, inviting us to slow down and gather and savor. So it's delightful to have you here with us today. I have heard from so many people they have the neatest story about their olive oil business, and I said, okay, well, so I'm going to ask you how. First of all, you're from You're not from Italy,
No,
right?
No, we're both born in Waco.
Okay,
But we are both Italian citizens.
but right, and you have roots. You
Yeah.
definitely have roots. So tell me, how did all this start with you with the olive oil business?
It was sort of a gradual process. Through the late '60s, my grandfather knew the relatives back there and still corresponded. And then they had an earthquake that destroyed the town in 1968. Family moved up into the mountain. They put all the families in corrugated metal barracks up in the mountains for like almost 16 years, I think. And then granddaddy died a couple years later, and so we lost contact with the family. And then they found me on the internet in 2000. Emailed, and they found some genealogy stuff I had done, and so we started corresponding again. And then they invited us to come see them back in 2008. Which we did. I learned enough Italian to get by for that first trip, but we just fell in love with the place, and we're going back each year. And then in 2013, one of my distant cousins asked if we would distribute their olive oil in Texas for them. That they were just starting to go commercial, and they wanted to export to the U.S. And so I said, okay, sure, we'll try that.
Uh-huh.
And so we had to learn how to, get things through customs and Port of Houston, and how to register with the FDA and follow the rules for all of that. And so, we got to doing that, and it was interesting, and we were selling some oil, and so we knew a little about the business. And then we bought land in 2015, started construction in 2017 for a house. And we went to check on the construction, and it was a pretty big property, and we'd never gone down one of the hillsides there. And we said, let's go look down here and see what it has. And it was covered with olive trees. And it was the end of October, which is when you harvest, and it was full of olives. And so we essentially harvested the same week we found out we owned olives. And so that's kind of how we got into the business originally. We harvested kind of half-heartedly for a couple of years. We gave most of it away. And then we said, we're bringing in Francesco's oil. Why don't we just bring our own in? Because we know how to do this. And so we started doing our own commercially in 2021.
Okay, so you've got a few years now under your belts. And where locally can you buy your olive oil?
It's at Drug Emporium. It's at Silo's Tuscan Market on 3rd Street, next to the Pignetti's restaurant.
Lanes has it too.
Lanes has it.
on Austin Avenue. And then there's a new place, JC's Grocery in China Spring, that has it.
But probably the most is word of mouth, just friends and family or people who know us. Find out.
That's still our biggest sales, is just direct sales to people that know us and people that have gotten it through other friends. And word of mouth is a funny thing. We through word of mouth, we're selling in California, we're selling in New York, we're selling in Florida. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of a.
So how many barrels of olive oil? How do you do that? How much do you generate from your olive trees?
Yeah, so we're bringing in about 2,400 bottles, and
Wow.
not all of it is ours. So I figure out how much we can sell, and I take my production, and then I buy the rest from a friend across the road that produces the exact same kind. And so it's
Right, same trees.
Same trees, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're probably I think last year, I think we produced about 900 kilograms of our own olives. And, but it's growing each year. We planted 160 new trees in 2018.
Oh, so right.
And those have really started producing the last year or two. And so the production's going very rapidly now.
Okay, so where do they press the oil? Do you have like a manufacturing type facility as well?
Yeah, it's called a frontoio. It's an olive mill, and it's a business that's open 2 months a year.
Right, it's just seasonal.
2 to 3
Right.
months. Yeah, they open up in October and they run until the end of the year.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, everybody takes their olives over there, and you wait in line, and they crush yours, and you stand down at the end with your containers, and when they point to you, it's time to start, and so you turn on the valve, and you keep filling, and then eventually it stops running, and that means yours is done, and then you haul it all away.
It's pretty exciting.
I
It
was gonna
looks
say,
great.
did you have any idea you would be doing something like
No,
this, Melissa?
never. No, I did not.
I mean, we all love olive
yeah,
oil.
yeah.
We enjoy it, but yeah.
But,
But it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of friends and relatives think it would be fun to help, and so we say sure. And so we have a lot of people that come help us harvest, and so everybody's together all week doing the harvest. And then it's a lot of fun when everybody's together. Then you go down to the frontoio, and after all the work all week, you see everything being crushed, and
Oh man.
you come back with
So
olive oil.
How long is the period of time that you're actually harvesting
We're
the
about
grapes?
working for about
olives, not grapes.
about a week.
Okay, so it's very
It's-
short,
yes,
short term, but intense.
8 to 5, pretty
Yeah.
much. We break for lunch. We have to carry all the equipment out into the fields, the big nets, and
Yeah, you
you know,
catch
the-
them in nets. And
yeah.
that is awesome. So let's back up a little bit. So you go to Italy the first time. What were your impressions for that first visit? And what year was that again?
2008 was the first time we went
Okay.
to actually meet
Connect
family.
with family.
Family.
And, right.
Yeah, so it was first time we'd gone not on a tour group and that sort of thing. So it was much more free form. You could kind of do what you wanted to do. But meeting the relatives for the first time, they were extremely warm, generous. They wanted to help us every waking moment, and we just had a great experience with them. I'd studied Italian for a while, getting ready for this, and thought I was good at it. And they had all sorts of questions that the Rosetta Stone computer
I
program.
was going to say
didn't
they
get you
talk
ready
really
for.
fast, probably too.
Yeah, and so that was interesting.
Yeah.
Trying
We
to
always
communicate.
had a
And,
dictionary in front,
yeah, that first,
English
first
and
yeah, that
Italian
first time,
dictionary,
yeah.
and everybody.
So you're Italian much better now? I take
Yeah, so
Yes.
after that first trip, when I realized I was not near as far along as I thought I was, I went and started at Baylor, and I took 4 years of Italian at Baylor.
Did you really? Yeah.
and so got a lot better. And then since then, we were there a lot, and
That's what it takes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Speaking.
I speak Italian a lot now, and so my Italian's actually pretty good now.
That is awesome. So when was it that it clicked that this is not just making a family connection, but this is going to be a business for us?
Well, the probably after doing it for a year with Francesco's oil, we brought that in, and okay, yeah, we actually can do this, and people do seem to like it, and so it was probably that first year of doing it and seeing that people will actually buy it, and we can actually get it through customs, and FDA is not going to get after us and
Shut
so,
you down
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So we figured out we could do this, and so it was
And we
different
got-
than anything we'd ever done.
We also sell at farmers markets,
Oh, do you?
the Woodway Farmers Market
Uh-huh.
and the China Spring one, occasionally.
Good.
on that.
It's a good way to
Yeah.
introduce people that we don't know to it. And
So how often do you go back to Italy? Just during this harvest time? Or?
3 times a year.
Three
usually.
times a year. Well, you have a
Well.
place, so.
yeah, and we have to trim the trees in January and February before they bloom, to get them in the right shape for optimal production. And then we go in May, June for fun, and then we go in late October for the harvest.
Okay, what is your favorite thing to do when you're not working the olive trees?
Usually it's just dinner or events with friends.
Yeah.
Our family, inviting them over. You know, the
Yeah,
Italian family comes
our relatives
over.
come over for Sunday lunch. Or
How big a
Okay.
group is it when everybody comes?
Oh, it could be anywhere from,
4 to 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then but we have friends over there, and so we went to our first sheep boil a couple of years ago.
What is that?
They essentially boil an entire sheep. And,
I know.
Ouch.
I was the only female there.
It's the first time we went, I think it was 20 men, a dog, and Melissa. But
and I was like,
apparently
"Is
the
your
women
wife
don't like
coming?"
the sheep.
Oh no. It's a men's thing. I'm
Oh,
like,
okay, it's a guy. It's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing.
Yeah.
But I was a
Yeah.
guest.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
the social events like that are a lot of fun, and a meal there lasts hours.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
slow food is their theory.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, and the traditions that are there have got to be so interesting to you.
Yeah, the sheep boil being one of them.
Yeah.
And
Harvesting the greens in the fields. There's wild greens that grow in the fall, and they're called cavolo, and everybody harvests those, and you have big get-togethers, and you boil those up with sausage and
Kind of
just
like
have a-
turnips or turnip greens or
it's
Yeah,
greens.
kind of.
It's
yeah,
bitter greens.
the
I don't
bitter
like-
greens.
Yeah.
Not
But-
not your favorite
well,
thing.
I was in with the women to help prepare the greens,
Yeah.
and the men are outside grilling all the sausage, and
Yeah,
you all
it's-
sit down, and it's very interesting because the men all sit at one end of the table and the women at the other.
Well, we do that the same. There's nothing different
yeah,
about that. Yeah.
It takes 10 men around the grill to do the sausage.
yeah.
Well, a lot more I want to talk to you about, a little more specifics about the health benefits of olive oil and just other things that you've learned in the 3 times a year that you
Yes.
pull up stakes and go to Italy. So anyway, we will be back with Melissa and Brian just after these messages. Stay with us.
For over 2 decades, I've come to Allen Samuels shop, especially for trucks, because I've been very satisfied with the performance of those trucks. I think the strengths of Allen Samuels is obviously in their customer service and obviously taking care of your vehicle after the sale.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
Ready for a better kind of primary care?
At Patient First Direct Primary Care, you get unlimited office visits with same-day or next-day availability.
And instead of rushed appointments, we take the time to actually listen.
There are no insurance hassles, just clear, simple care.
You can reach us by phone or text because access shouldn't be complicated. Our practice has expanded to include Medicare-age patients as part of our direct primary care model.
It's a fresh alternative to the traditional insurance or government-driven systems, care that finally puts you first.
For more information, go to patientfirstdirect.com.
This is what $500,000 in a duffel bag looks like. Actually not real. That's because it's actually prop money. It looks realistic from a distance, but up close you can see it says for motion picture purposes. Visit propmoney.com today to get your money seen or money shot right with Prop Money Inc.
Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Poppo to receive your info. So get your Poppo today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
And we're back with Brian and Melissa Bivona, who operate, it is Belice Valley Importing, and they import their very own olive oil. And so it's wonderful to hear your story, how from Texas you just met up with some distant relatives that happen to still be living
right.
in Sicily. So what part of the country, now it's an island, right?
Right.
Sicily is kind of off the boot.
Yeah, and it's way south. It's several hundred miles south of Rome. It's about 50 miles from Africa. We're just east of Tunisia, so it's very very far south.
Climate wise, it's very different
It's
than
warm.
say what northern Italy would be like.
Yeah, we get weather formations off the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
It's in the northwest corner of the island.
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah,
far
okay.
northwest side.
So the best time of year to visit there would be what? Does it get really, really hot in the summer?
It gets pretty hot.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
In August. Well, you don't want to go in August because that's when all the Italians come on vacation, really.
Yeah, I think the
They-
weather's
do.
best in probably early June and in September.
September.
You know, it's mild all year long where we are, but
Yeah.
but it's optimal weather where it's warm enough to still do beach stuff but not oppressively hot is June and September.
Yeah. At one point, my brother-in-law was stationed at Naples in the Navy, the U.S. Navy, and so we got to go and spend 3 weeks in Italy just traveling all around. But it was that part, Rome, and then we went up into the north to Austria, that part of Europe, but didn't get as far as Sicily. So I have not seen that part of Italy. So you fly? What do you fly into when you go?
Palermo.
Palermo. Okay.
Yeah.
Flying to Rome first, and then we
Right.
fly-
Hop over.
Hop over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're about 35 minutes from the Palermo airport.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about olive oil, and you really are kind of sharing a way of life for many people in Italy that grow olives. I mean, it is a staple in the Mediterranean diet, and we're all told this is what we should be
Yes.
eating. We should be eating more olive oil. What are some of the buzzwords? If somebody doesn't understand, what is the extra virgin as opposed to cold pressed? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so to be extra virgin, it has to be cold pressed. It's got to be the first press, and it has to have an acidity level below 0.8%. Ours has 0.1%, so we're well below. But
So it's extra.
yeah, and and then there's typically a second press after that, and then there's a mash after that, and those are all used for different things. But to be extra virgin, it's got to be in that first press. First press, cold press, and low acidity.
Well, and another thing that I understand about olive oil and what's important is how fresh it is. So in your case, what you're bringing in is this year's harvest?
Our 2025 harvest arrived last week. And
Okay.
it takes a little while to get it there because we're not a big producer, so it sits at the Port of Genoa waiting for other containers to pool it with to get the proper shipping deal to get back here. But it comes in 25-liter containers, and it's all airtight sealed, and so it's very fresh, very tasty right now
So where is it bottled?
here in Waco.
So
Yeah, we bring it in the cans because it's a lot heavier with the glass bottles, and takes up a lot more space. So shipping cost is way too high if you bottle there.
What is your favorite thing to prepare with olive oil?
We have lots of things. Wow. Well, I make all our own salad dressings for one thing, and we roast a lot of vegetables, broil them in the oven.
Just toss them in
just,
some.
just fresh bread and olive oil is very good.
That's
That's
awfully good as well.
the
Yeah,
dipping
with some
of
spices and stuff on that,
we've
or just
made-
cracked pepper.
There's a a cake that's made with almond flour and ricotta cheese with olive oil. That's very good. With
We've
lemon.
even made olive oil gelato, which is surprisingly
Yes.
good.
And pouring it over salmon when you cook that, or any kind of meat, really tenderizes it.
Yeah, and what exactly are the health benefits of olive oil?
Yeah, so it's an antioxidant. It will raise your good cholesterol, lower your bad cholesterol,
I need that.
and yeah, you can use it as a butter substitute for a lot of stuff. Putting it on bread, putting it on
Cooking eggs, whatever.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's a lot healthier way to go than butter most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do people miss? I guess when they're just thinking of olive oil as just another item on the shelf. I mean, what is it they really need to be thinking about when they're going to reach for that bottle of or can of olive oil?
Yeah, you want it to be extra virgin. You want to be sure where it's produced. There's a lot of things that are one of the problems that's been around the last decade or two is just basically fake oil. It's olive oil, but it's cut with canola oil or something else added with it.
How would you
Or
know? You just have to read the
Yeah,
ingredients.
your producer and see where they're really doing it. And there's some things that are called Italian oil, and they're brought in from somewhere else and bottled in Italy and shipped as Italian oil.
And that way they can say that it came from Italy, but it really wasn't grown in Italy.
Oh my goodness.
But you want to always be extra virgin, but I don't know of a good way if you just go to the store and there's bottles of olive oil. I don't know of a good way just there in the store to say, okay, this is the real thing.
Yeah, I mean because there are a lot of choices,
Yes.
and I go to World Market. I love World Market, and of course then they have cute little bottles. It's like then I'm buying how cute the bottle is,
Or how pretty the label is.
how pretty the label is.
Well, one of the things to watch for though is you don't want to get a bottle of oil that's clear. Or
It needs to be in a
you want
dark
it needs to be in glass, not plastic. It needs to be dark, not clear.
Right, so a dark green bottle or
dark brown.
Because light is the worst enemy.
good to know. Yeah, that is good to know.
And when you store it, don't leave it out on your counter. Put it in the pantry.
Oh, okay.
To keep the light out.
Oh, right, because I haven't been doing that because it's accessible that way. But that's another good tip as well. There's something really deeply meaningful about sharing a meal, and you talk about when your extended family would come over. So walk us through what a typical Italian style evening would look like.
It's long.
Yeah, you mentioned it's
Yeah.
be prepared.
Well, first of all, they'd have cheese. And you sit
Favorite
down.
cheese? Do you have a favorite one?
Primo sale.
Which is that a hard cheese
It's a
or
hard
soft
cheese in Sicily.
Yeah,
It's one that you don't get here.
Do they have it at HEB?
No.
It's a fresh cheese. It's not aged. It's hard to get it fresh enough here.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It has a real good flavor.
Well, it's exciting for me to get to hear your story and to learn more about your beautiful place in Sicily. And again, your olive oil is, tell us again, where can we find it here locally?
At Drug Emporium, at Silo's Tuscan Market on 3rd Street, and at Lane's on Austin Avenue, and JC's Grocery out in China Spring.
All right, and it is the Belice, Belice. It looks like Belize, but it's Belice Valley Importing.
Right.
And just awesome to learn more about this from you.
And the label is Bivona olive oil.
Bivona olive oil. There you go.
And then his cousin's is called Aremi, Aremi. It means golden. Is that right?
It means
Golden.
gold coin. So we still sell both.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, I know where I'm heading to go stock up on some fresher olive oil. I think than what I've got on my counter right now. So, and I'll keep it in the cabinet now that you've told me. This is wonderful. Thank you both so much.
Thank you for
All
having
the
Pleasure.
best
Thanks
in
for
your-
having us.
in your business.
Thank you.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the President's Day sales event at Ellen Samuels, and we're making history. Right now, your choice, a brand new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Sahara or Gladiator Sport, $10,000 off MSRP. Or step up to adventure with the 2025 Gladiator Rubicon or Mojave, $13,000 off MSRP. Plus, drive home a new 2026 Jeep Compass Latitude for $29,890. Big capability, big savings, limited time. Shop us in Waco or online at ellensamuelsdcj.com.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. We're trying something new today. I think I always wanted to have a cooking show. So we're going to have something like that with Delsia Contreras of Curry's Gourmet. And we're going to dig into some of the new trends in food presentation. And I guess charcuterie boards are not that new, but they're kind of new to me.
They are, they're making a comeback, I think is really the best way to put it. And a lot of people are getting creative with it. I think that's what's such the interest in them now, because we're getting creative with them and what we can put on them. And it's the versatility that just makes them so fun.
Well, you can also just use a tabletop. And I
Yes.
met you at a mutual friend's house, the Scattergoods, and they have a big, how big is that table? It's their dining table.
It was easily about it was a 5x5 table.
Okay, and they had a bunch of people coming, and that whole tabletop was covered.
Yes.
In food and all these different, and is that what you call a grazing table?
Yes, we call that a grazing table.
Okay.
So it's just kind of come by, like my dad has cows, and so we kind of know what grazing is.
We all know what that
we
is.
know what grazing is, and you just kind of come and say, "Ooh, food," and you pick at it, and you go, and you come back and pick some more.
So the boards, you can use a variety of sizes, and you
Yes.
brought one we're going to demonstrate with, but
Okay.
I want to show you some that I got.
Yes.
This one I've had for a while. It's kind of pretty with a little,
And this is
the
beautiful,
pewter on.
yes.
And that's a great thing. It is pretty petite,
Yes.
for like a small group.
Mhm.
On our little wedding anniversary trip to Bernie,
Oh, okay.
we got this one.
Oh,
Isn't that awesome?
That is lovely.
And
I love that.
it's
It's beautiful.
It's neat. A friend had done a baked potato bar at my house for a
Oh,
dinner
okay,
party,
yes.
and it had something long like this, and I thought that's really cool. So my husband's holding it while we're shopping, and a gentleman came up. He goes, "Sir, I thought that was a skateboard you were holding." He said, of course, my husband has gray hair. He said, "I thought, kudos to you if you're skateboarding in Bernie with." Anyway, not a skateboard, but really kind of fun to play with where
Yes.
laying food out is concerned.
Yes.
But now what you brought, first of all, I guess we do first things first.
Okay.
You did cover it with parchment paper.
So yes, usually this is one of mine that I brought from home. So usually when you're looking at your charcuterie boards or your wooden boards that you want to use, a lot of times we do find some that are really gorgeous in the stores, but when we flip it over, it has that lovely little sticker, not for food use or something like that.
Yeah, not food safe.
So you can still use that board, but you want to put a nice little barrier on it. So this is just regular old parchment paper that I usually put on mine. And it also kind of holds in the moisture too from whatever you're putting on your board,
Right.
and it doesn't seep into the board as
Right,
well.
and you did it on my friend's dining table.
Yes.
And so she probably didn't want juice from the fruit,
Yes, so
staining her table.
we put this here, and of course, cleanup is easy. You just crumple up the paper and throw it away.
Hey, could not be easier. So you sent me a shopping list of things to get, and
Yes.
and I had a lot of the things, and I ended up not following your shopping list. I thought,
And that's okay.
this is going to be like one of those food competition shows where I bring you the stuff, make it pretty, Delsia.
Yes, yeah, and we're gonna do that. And so, charcuterie boards can be a little overwhelming to some people. It gets a little intimidating, but that's the first step to making your charcuterie, is asking yourself, what do I like?
Yeah.
And so those are the things that you want to provide on your charcuterie table. And if it's something for someone else too, you might want to consider what they like. I don't know. It's your board.
Yeah.
So so whatever you brought, this is something you've already had at home. So these are the things that you already like, and so it makes the perfect board for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. So You got your savory, you got your sweet. I
Yes.
mean, even
We've
someone,
got
someone said
chocolates.
chocolate.
We've got
You need a
chocolates,
little
yes.
chocolate on there too, because people want to. And I did a little salad-sized plates, little small plates.
Yes.
And people were just fill them up and do whatever they want, get whatever they wanted.
Yes, and you can pick and choose. And again, the versatility. Vegetables, fruits, chocolates, pastries. I've done one where it was just nothing, but it was a dessert charcuterie. That's fun. So, I mean, it's just whatever you want to see in front of you, whether it's hanging out with friends, about to sit down and watch a really good movie. What do you want in front of you? What do you want to snack on? So that's how, and making it pretty is super easy too. And I'm going to show you how to do that too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your challenge here today with these things. And so when you're conceptualizing how you're going to put things, we've got nuts. There's more stuff.
Yes,
over
we
here.
have more stuff
We got
over
a lot
here.
of stuff. I brought plenty of things. Your savory. Do the savory and the sweet need to be separated, or do you kind of mix it all together?
Absolutely
does
not.
it matter?
It does not matter. You kind of want to think about the colors of the things that you have, and you want to spread that out and make it kind of cohesive. And when you're putting it together, again, not overwhelming. Once you start doing it, it's super easy to do.
Okay. So the other thing I guess we need to talk about is how do people get the food? I mean, you mentioned grazing. People are just using their fingers. And of course, we just went from COVID and we had to distance ourselves and wear masks and stuff to, I mean, everybody's just grabbing food off the same thing.
Absolutely. Totally understand
Some people may not be into that. I mean, I did offer these
toothpicks.
longer toothpicks.
Yes.
You could pick things.
Yes, and you can use these toothpicks to pick things. I actually get some really very inexpensive serving tongs that are about this.
Serving tongs.
Serving tongs, and you can get the plastic ones either from Walmart, Dollar Tree, so those are things you want to think about. So when we're thinking about sanitation, of course, I'm a chef, so I have my food service license. So I have this little third sanitation eye with me. And so when you're thinking about a charcuterie board, there's a lot of handling involved.
Well, yeah.
And so usually so this is what I'm going to do for you guys. I brought my gloves.
Okay,
So glove people don't come for me because I know you're out there. So So I usually, even if it's just for my friends, I always kind of want to make sure that I'm wearing my gloves when I'm doing a charcuterie because there's a lot of positioning and, I don't like that there. I'm going to move it.
You can
so
move things around.
You're doing a lot of handling. So you want to make sure that you're being healthy and safe with handling food and using the serving utensils so that they can pick it up and get their food and not touch everything around.
Right. Okay, so you got your board here.
I have my board here. And so this board right here, I would say it's about 12 and a half by, it's probably about 18 inches by 16 inches or something like that.
Right.
So this is a good
typical cutting board
Typical
size.
cutting board. So this is probably good for 10 people. You and about 9 other friends.
That's good to know. That's good to know how you gauge, the number of people you're serving. Of course, you can always add things too as you see things getting
Yes, and you can
depleted.
always refill and put things back where they are. So what I usually do is my charcuteries come with spreads. So you don't want to just do things that you can bite. Sometimes you want to give different textures.
Sure.
So I do spreads. I always do a hummus. There's a hummus right here.
Hummus there.
So I have these little bowls that I use for my board. And what I do is I always place these first because they take up most room, and you want to make sure that what you're going to do is you're going to build around it.
Right.
So
And
I
it's
usually have,
symmetrical.
today I have hummus, and then I have some raspberry preserves. So it's always like a sweet, so this is what I use when I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
I normally, for the bigger grazing tables, I make my raspberry preserves, and I usually infuse that with some kind of herb like rosemary or basil if you want to add a little flavor profile to it. But if you're in a hurry, this is just as good.
Okay. Got red raspberry preserves.
Red raspberry preserves, and it's great with meats. It's just kind of adds that little sweetness to if you have hard salamis, or it's perfect with ham and turkey too. So it really is just really versatile what you can do with this.
Well, that's good. I had not thought about that with me.
So I have a couple of spoons that I'm going to use, and we're going to get these things out of here. And once you fill this up, what this is going to do is it's going to hold everything down. It's going to hold your paper down.
Keep the paper from, it's not blowing.
Keep it from moving and doing whatever different things paper tends to do when this Texas weather either wants to be humid and paper rolls up very quickly. And then we have...
And that's a savory hummus.
This is a savory hummus.
The pine nuts one.
Oh, this one is beautiful. I love it. It smells good. I smell it.
Yeah, they're really pretty when you buy them in the store. It's got all the goodies in the middle, and that kind of got mushed up a little bit, but that's okay. The nuts are in there.
They're in there, and somebody's going to get them.
I've already told the staff here at Rogue Media, I said nibbles at 2, so...
That's always good to hear. That's the one thing I like about being a chef. No one is disappointed to see you.
Oh, no. Absolutely.
It's always, they're always happy to see you. So now what I want to do is you kind of want to do things in order, and it depends on how you work. The way I do it is I always lay out my meats first, because that's what I want to take up the most room, because that's the most that people are going to grab.
Right,
and
they want their protein.
They want the protein. So we
and I brought you this.
You did.
You see this in H-E-B, where all the charcuterie stuff is. There's this prosciutto type ham that's
these are gorgeous.
Thin. Yeah, they're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
And I know I've seen them where they're rolled with a cheese around it.
Yes.
But can you just lay them out?
You can. So, and they are perfectly sliced.
Oh, those are in rounds.
Okay. They're in rounds.
Yeah, that
so
worked out well.
These right here, you can kind of do them in a little triangle like that.
Okay.
And then if you
it
want
does look like a little rose.
A little rose. And if you do multiple of them like that, you can actually either stack them up like this, or, and this is usually the way I stack my meats, or a lot of people you see now, they're doing them kind of like
alternating?
that.
Yes.
Alternating them like that. But sometimes if you're in a hurry and you're really not trying to impress anybody too much, we're just gonna.
I guess no. I'm not trying to impress.
We are going to.
We've long past the.
They know what
to impress.
They know what to expect. Those are good friends.
They are good. They come in the back door, so yeah.
Yes, that's what I do. I have some backdoor friends, and my husband gets so he's like, "Why don't they use the front door like normal human beings?" And I said, "No, that's not how this works."
No. Oh yeah, so pretty.
So usually you just kind of want to fold them, and sometimes I use like the deli slices that are rounded as well, and that's what I'll do. So I'll just kind of place them out.
So that's the prosciutto, and then we have the salami.
So sometimes you want to kind of
just sort of
place
them. And is the idea to cover every square inch of that parchment paper?
Yes.
In a word.
In a word. Yes, you kind of want to. If there's like a little bit of border on the outside, that's fine too. Okay. So we have our salamis as well. And everybody wants to know the infamous rose.
Right. I mean, I saw it, and I tried to serve these the other night. I couldn't. They were just laying out in circles.
Okay, so there's two ways that you can do this. Okay. You can either fold them in half like this, and then just kind of roll.
Like a cone.
And then you can grab another one in half, and then roll it. Just keep, what you do is you just keep rolling and rolling and rolling.
So how many pieces are on one usually?
I really don't know, because that's not the way I do it, because that is time
I was going to say that's pretty labor intensive.
That is time consuming. So what I have is just a regular plastic cup. I usually either use a shot glass or a very small mouth cup. And what you want to do is you just kind of want to halfway do them like this over the rim of the cup.
Okay.
And just keep overlapping and going and just working your way around.
Okay.
And just keep going and going. So if you're getting the salami from the deli, I do know that the cut setting that you want for this to work is their extra thin cutting slice.
So is that a little thicker than?
It's actually fairly thin. This is
Yeah,
about,
and again, that was pre-done in a little sleeve container. I
Yes.
did not have the person at the deli counter do it.
so, and sometimes it's a little bit less expensive too if you go to the deli
Well,
and
that's
have them
probably
cut
true,
it
yeah.
cut it for you too. So you want that extra thin slice so that they're a little bit more pliable and
Right.
they work with you.
Right.
So
right.
once you get them all around, you just kind of want to hold the bottom and flip.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Look at that. There you go.
Oh my word. Okay. All right.
That
Okay.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, it
And
started.
that's
They're
probably
springing out a little bit, but
your little. Oh, it's kind of.
yeah, it's probably because they are just a little bit.
They
tad
are a little
thick,
bit thicker, but
tad
it's okay.
thick.
You get the point, guys.
Yeah, we get the point. That is amazing.
So now once you have your meats on, then I usually kind of move on to like our crunchy stuff. I'll get some crackers, or if you have cheese. Well, let's start with cheese.
Let's do the cheese.
Let's do cheese. So I always kind of use cheese.
And there's a couple of different varieties in there. They're mixed up.
And that's okay. You get what you get.
Right. We have people. I want the white. No. So yeah. So there's those, and then I love these little pre-cut squares because they fit on a cracker so
They
perfectly.
are, and I just love that now because the charcuterie board has become so popular that grocery stores are kind of getting it in on that.
They know
and
what we're
provide
wanting.
yes, and they're providing these things. And you just kind of want to follow around whatever pattern that you've started. Or I have this nifty little thing right here. I love this.
Oh, if you get the block of cheese.
Yes, if you get the block of cheese and you cut it, you can use this as a cheese cutter, and I absolutely
Yeah,
love
show us
this
how
little-
that does.
So it has these little
It's just a
little
ruffled.
rivets,
It's just
little
ruffled.
ruffles in there, and it cuts, and it makes this beautiful pattern.
Pretty
And
edge.
so you can have, and you can do it like this if you want
And
to.
it is less expensive to buy cheese
in a block.
In the block,
Yes,
yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
you can do it like that. And
in
you can cut it
triangles.
that way. Yes, and you can do it as well, and put those on there however you want to. But pretty much what you want to do is start your pattern or your curve. See how? And if I had more meat, I would probably curve it around.
Curve it,
curve
make it
around.
have swooping lines, not straight lines.
But just kind of swerve it and swoop it. And then everything will just kind of follow that pattern. And
Okay, we're getting the savory things out.
Yes.
And you're about to do the crackers.
I'm about to do some crackers. Oh, I forgot my favorite.
Oh, there's a little bit more meat.
There's always. I've got some.
Wait, now what kind of meat is
This
that?
is summer sausage. You
Okay,
can never,
yeah.
we're in
Oh.
Texas. We've got to have our summer sausage.
love summer sausage.
So yeah, and I just kind of get them and cut them in little small pieces like that. And of course, we're following the pattern, and we're curving it around.
Okay. There's a lot more to come because we have all
We
the
have
sweets
so much.
and some veg to go. But we're going to
Yes.
take a quick break. And when we come back, we will complete our charcuterie board. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
Okay.
Okay, that was 18.
Okay.
And we're back with Delsia Contreras with Curry's Gourmet. And people can find you, currysgourmet.com. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so you do a lot of other things besides charcuterie boards, right?
Oh yes, I do. I do it all. Um, I started out very small, just doing private dinners in the home, but now we've kind of branched out into bigger caterings. We've catered as much as 500 for a tailgating party for the department in Baylor campus. So we've just grown so exponentially, and it's totally a blessing. I am totally grateful for it. But now I am also a teacher at heart. So I quit my full-time teaching job, which was I taught culinary at high school. And so even though I always was catering since 2009, I quit to do curries full time, but I'm always been a teacher at heart. So we are now getting back into combining my two loves, which is teaching. So I do teach the kids college at MCC.
Oh, good.
That is the best thing. Kids have such a sense of wonderment, especially with food. So
and that's exciting to
yes.
see young people getting interested in doing stuff with food.
Yes.
And being aware of what they're putting into their bodies as opposed to,
Yes,
junk.
and just introducing new things, mac and cheese. What does it taste like when you actually make it yourself? Oh, it's so much
very
better
different
than the box.
Very different. Very different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching adults too that really want to, because food and cooking has just grown so much in the last few years.
Well, I think COVID, had everybody at home,
Yes.
and I think it became clear that a lot of people did not know how to cook for themselves.
Yes.
And so it became a thing that they were wanting to learn more about.
Yes, and so that's what I do. I teach adults. I do the menu planning so you can do efficient cooking in your home, because my one thing is there is nothing written in black and white that says you have to cook every day. That's what Mom did. So there is no reason why you're cooking every day, especially when kids are doing more.
Oh yeah, you're on the run.
We're constantly
Taking
on
them
the
to
run.
this
So
thing or
we
that thing.
definitely want your family to eat healthy, but also don't want to wear you out and you spend all of your time in the kitchen.
Right. Awesome. So we've gotten the meats and the cheeses out.
So
I'll
we
move
need
some of this stuff out.
We need a little bit of crunchy.
Oh, absolutely. You got to. Well, you got to have a carrier.
Yes. So you've got to put something to put your raspberry on. So these are some toasted sesame crackers that I found.
And those are gluten-free.
These are gluten and vegan, and they are wonderful.
I got to try.
These are my new obsession. So if you're at Sam's, look for these. They are just out.
That's good.
They're very simple, but it's just, they're amazing, and they stay in my home now. So I'm going to put some of these. And so now what I'm doing is I'm creating another pattern around on this side. And I know you have some.
Yeah, those are just sort of rich and crisp.
Rich and
crisp.
crisp.
Kind of like I don't know, there's one that's open here. If I can get it out. Yeah, they're good. They're like those. What those town
and you don't
crackers.
And these crackers are very simple with their flavor profile, and so are these.
Those are kind of buttery.
You don't
want
too
much flavor.
Too much flavor going on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you do want to be mindful of that when you're setting out what you're doing. So I am going to I'm going to do them this way.
I need to be watching. How are you doing that? Oh, yeah.
So we're going to do those long ways that way. So
Right.
it kind of
Oh,
takes up a little bit more room as well. So now we can get into, so we have our main stuff, the nitty gritty of what people really want.
Sure.
We have our meat, we have our cheese, and we have our crackers. That's what they want. And so now we're going to add some more
grapes are always
for
pretty.
some color and some strawberries. You kind of, when I teach my students, you want to think of the 1, 2, 3 rule. You never want to do anything in an even number.
Okay.
When it comes to cooking.
In planting or anything.
Anything.
You have odd numbers. Why visually it's
Yes. It's
pleasing, I don't know. But
it does. And it just kind of makes sure I do different things when there's an odd number of things to look at. So I'm just doing the fruits in a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and I've always seen just leave the little green caps on the strawberries when you're eating a finger, but then you've got something to hold it with.
Yes, exactly.
And then you just put the rest of it on the plate.
So I'm going to put some more.
Oh, that's already looking so beautiful. Now, I've seen some charcuterie boards that would have honey to drizzle on top. You know, as you have the jam, you know, can kind of do that little bit of sweet.
Honey is, and it's
But
really good.
that might be really messy. I always wonder how sticky is
you
everything
have
going to be with a honey drizzling everywhere.
Gauge your audience. If you have adult children coming to your house and you know who you are, then then you definitely want to veer away from some of those things.
Well, we forgot the olives.
Don't
Now those
forget
might
the
need to
olives.
go in a little bowl. Is the only thing because they're a little.
Sometimes I use the marination, and sometimes if you get the ones that are already marinated and they have a little bit of oil, if you put them,
little bit.
if you want to put them with your cheese and some of that marinated oil,
those are delicious
into
too.
your meats. So sometimes if
pretty.
you want to, if you know you have a crowd that really are not fans of olives,
Yeah,
and
some people. Yeah, it's
I don't
one
know
of those
who you people
not
are
interested in an olive. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to rethink your choices. Olives are great.
They're good for you. They're really good for you.
And there's some dates here. Look at
And
that.
I love
those are
dates too. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put some of those over here. And sometimes I'll do like the pickled cocktail onions. Those will give kind of
Well,
like a
I
different
had the
flavor.
little sweet gherkins.
Oh, yeah.
And we ate all of them up. So, but they were really delicious, and it was funny kind of to see what my guests wanted to eat off the grazing table. And I had bought some of those honey-coated pecans that they sell at HEB in the little packages. You know, they have several different flavors of the coated. Had those in a little bowl. Man, they were all gone. People loved
The pickled things
them.
always seem to go. The mini pickles, the artichoke hearts.
And it has
I
to
love
do
using
with,
those.
I guess, maybe that little bit of vinegary kind of sort of clears the palate
Yes,
for the other
it
things.
does, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah, so there's some cucumbers.
These are
Those are
neat.
those little snacking size, and I cut them on a bit of a
On
diet.
on a bias.
Bias to
bias.
make them a little bit bigger that way. So we have that. Oh, we've got carrots. And
We
we've
have some
got-
carrots here
yeah.
too. We're not
And
we're
celery.
not done.
We are not going to go hungry today.
Yes, the people outside this door are going to be so happy.
I think they're going to be very happy.
So happy. And so now, if you see there's no, but that's okay. We're
Not
gonna
much.
we're gonna stack it on there anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You can never put.
And so you're not staying in one spot with it. You're sort of
I'm just
doing
kind
little
of,
little
you know.
zones. Oh, and
And
wait, there's nuts.
We're not nuts. Just there's nuts.
Speaking of pecans, these are just the halves. These
The
are the great
halves.
halves.
And these
They're
are
so delicious, and they're good for you too.
Yes, and we'll just kind of place some in different spots. We're gonna put some
Yeah,
over
there's
here.
some room over here.
There's some room.
And I
up
did bring
there.
walnuts too, because walnuts are good for you as well. I'm trying to look out for the health of my colleagues up here at Rogue Media. Yeah, and in fact,
Oh, you
none,
can just
none of this is what I would call junk food by any stretch.
No, it's
by any
all
stretch.
good for you.
Although I do have these.
Those are good for you too. Those are great
They
for
say
you.
you should have a little chocolate every day. So yeah, and I did bring the little. It's like a little thing to sort of hold it
them in
up,
there?
and it's
But
these Ferraro Rocher.
I love
don't know
these.
how to say it, but they're good.
I'm gonna let
They're
you
so
say
good.
it because I don't think.
I mean, you see
It's
them.
Rocher,
You see 'em.
Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
And we can just kind of
Just kind of nestle them in.
nestle that in there. Our rose went flat, but that's okay. You saw it before when it's pretty.
So, was there a particular moment that you realized that charcuterie boards are more than just a fad?
No, I don't think so because I've always my mother was retired. She was a homemaking teacher, and so food was always a part of our life. And this is what we had for lunch.
You did that a lot
when I was a kid. So I was what we say bougie at a very young age.
Were you ever?
And so this is what we always had for lunch. Everything was always extra with my mother when it came to food in the kitchen and eating. So this was always a thing for me. And so now that I see other people getting into it, of course, we call these the adult Lunchables is what we call them.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, and I sent plenty of Lunchables to school with my kids. That is true because it had a little bit of everything. And, kids can be so picky.
Yes.
Do you have a tip for somebody who's got a picky eater?
Take them to the store with you. And this is going to be one of those days when you have absolutely nothing to do. But this is what I did with my kids. I also have bougie children that eat different things. My daughters started eating mussels at 3. They try it once, and that was the thing. Mm-hmm. But I always took them to the store with me. Mm-hmm. And if they saw something they liked or something like that, we would always get like one, maybe. Uh-huh. Like one bell pepper. My youngest one, she's obsessed with the sweet bell peppers, the little bitty ones.
Oh, the little ones, yeah.
The little one, and she's obsessed with that. Because
so do you use those?
I do use those.
So you just cut them in slices?
No, I don't even cut them because they hold hummus.
Okay.
Fabulously. And so
you just use them to dip the whole thing?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And so when you take them to the store with you and they pick it out, they have a sense of ownership of what they just chose. Mm-hmm. And so there's an excitement and they want to try it and they want to go back to the store with you and help. They can help you with the shopping and everything like that. So that's what I did with my children when they were growing up. Let them choose what they want. Try it. If they don't like it, that's fine. At least you tried it.
At least you tried it. Yeah. Yeah. I love that we have a video of our firstborn granddaughter when she was sitting in the high chair and just sampling, and they given her some feta cheese.
Oh.
And she's just sitting up. She takes it in her little fingers and puts it in. Eats it. Just shudder. Yeah. The shudder was hilarious. And then she got another piece. And that's how we are. When you taste something totally different and you think, oh, what is this? Oh, that is so good. I need more.
Yes. Yeah. And it was like that. I think I tried oysters for the first time last year. Yeah. Because I just avoided it. avoided it.
I've yet to try that.
It is an acquired taste.
Okay.
But I like it with the vinegar. I now know that I like my oysters with vinegar. Mm-hmm. So I will not eat them all the time, but if so I want to know, are they East Coast? What water?
Where do they come from?
Yes, what body of water did they come from? So getting to know the foods that you eat, or it's really smart to do so because it also gives you just a sense of ownership and knowledge of what you're actually putting into your body.
Yeah. Well, it is a joy to get to spend this time with you. I have learned so much, and I knew I would. And now I see this gorgeous charcuterie board that you have done for us. Again, how can folks get in touch with you through Curry's?
You can get in touch with me, currysgourmet.com. And it has all of my information on there. I do have Facebook, Instagram, thanks to my teenage daughter.
Hey, we love those kids and their technology.
And so, yes, get in contact with me, even if you have questions, because I am all about education. So if you just want to call and ask a question, please do that as well, because I would rather you have knowledge and then waste your money and mess something up. So
and your classes at MCC, how do they find out about that?
So you can go, I teach through MCC Continuing Education.
Okay, good, yeah.
So you can find my adult classes through them.
Ah, good. Delsia, you are wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you
lovely.
so much.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. Plant-based plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at auraorganic.com.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.